a call to faithful citizenship. Allow me to speak without a microphone.
That's okay. Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Thank you. And this theme emanates from Isaiah 60, particularly verse 1. And this scripture speaks to us directly as the young people of this country, especially a time like now, where we have seen dignity has been imerushwa kwa trenches, integrity is no longer part and parcel of this country, but we as the young people, this morning we're saying we need to reconnect, we need to realign, we need to arise. It is a wake-up call for faithful citizenship. Isaiah 61 says, "Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you." I want us to lean in a little deeper this morning into this theme, because what we are about to talk about touches not just your spiritual life, not just your personal life, but your responsibility in shaping the future of this lovely nation, Kenya. Let's begin with an honest question to ourselves. And I want to ask two people. Do you believe Kenya can change?
Yes.
Do you believe Kenya can change?
Yes.
Yes and no.
Yes and no. Thank you. Another question. Do you believe you have anything to do with that change?
Yes.
As a young person of this country, as a young Christian, as a daughter and son of the soil of Kenya, do you believe you have anything to do with the change that we want?
Yes.
Yokia mwenzako muulize kama ako kani. Thank you so much. Many of us young people today feel frustrated. Many of us have lost hope. Many of us feel our future is blurry. Many of us feel our education is useless. Some of us here are graduates. Some of us do not have jobs. Some of us have done accounting, but saizi tunauza mayai kwa street. We graduated with first-class honors. We graduated with the best grades. But we still feel frustrated as the biggest demography of this country. We see corruption day in, day out. We see systems that do not seem to work. We see opportunities that feel limited. Unless you have a connection, you cannot have an opportunity actually in this country. Unless you know someone, unless your parents can cough more than 400,000, you cannot be connected to a government job. And over time, something dangerous begins to happen when we have these challenges. We disconnect. I want us to think about disconnection. When do you disconnect from your friends? When do you disconnect from your realities? When do you disconnect from your parents? When do you disconnect from the government, from our political leaders? We disconnect when we feel we are not valued. We disconnect when we feel we are not respected. We disconnect when we feel our voice is not heard. Not just disconnecting from God, but we disconnect also from responsibilities, our responsibilities. We begin to say, it doesn't matter. Ushifika point kwa life ujiambie manze haijalishi, it doesn't matter anymore. Kama mbaya? Mbaya. My voice is too small. I am a young person. My voice is too mimi ni nani niwaambie? Who am I to speak? We've said this to ourselves several times, not only in political leadership, sometimes even in church leadership, sometimes even in our own families. Sometimes we feel, manze, nothing will change. How many of us have felt that sometimes, not all the time, you try everything possible and you're like, you know what? Nothing will change. How many of us have ever felt that? Thank you. But today, I want to challenge that mindset. I want to challenge that mindset deeply, spiritually, and honestly. And we begin with the first point, reconnect. What does it really mean to reconnect? When we talk about reconnecting, we often think only spiritually. When we talk about reconnecting, we think we only need to reconnect with God. When we talk about reconnection, we think it is only about salvation. Today, I want to teach us two modes of salvation. When we reconnect, salvation is a personal redemption, personal spiritual redemption by God. Some of us will say salvation is a personal walk with God. But I'll also say that salvation is mending the systems. Salvation does not only end with personal redemption, but it goes a step further to mend the systems. And if the systems do not work, we dismantle them. Because a sweetened poison is still poisonous. Hello? In Jeremiah 29:7, the scripture says, "Seek the peace and prosperity of the city, because if it prospers, you too will prosper." Jeremiah 29 is not written to people in comfort. It is written to people in exile, Jews who had been forcefully taken from Jerusalem to Babylon after the Babylonian conquest under King Nebuchadnezzar. I'm speaking to young people in Kenya. When I mention Nebuchadnezzar, you can clearly relate to our realities in this country. This moment is tied to larger historical crisis of the Babylonian exile. The Jewish were in crisis. They were just feeling the way we are feeling as Kenyans at this day and time. These were people who had lost their homeland. These were people who had lost political power. These are people who are living under foreign government. They were people who are surrounded by different culture and religion. Everything didn't seem right for them. Things were not aligning with the people that they were. Let me put it in today's language. They were living in a system that did not choose them. They were living in a system actually that they did not even choose. The way we feel The system that is in place right now, we did not choose it. Is that our feeling?
Yes.
Maybe we chose it, but we feel tulichezwa.
Sana.
They were living under leadership they did not trust, like the way we cannot trust our leadership unless a few of them. They were living in conditions that felt unfair. Conditions that felt unfair. You have all it takes. You have all the documentations you need. You have all the ability and the capability to be the person that God created you to be. But the system in place does not allow you to explore your full potential as a young person. This is what the Jews were feeling. And this particular pericope that I've read, maybe the question that we ask is, what inspired this message? Under all these conditions, imagine, God anawaambia tu, seek the peace and prosperity of the city. A city where they did not choose systems, a city where they don't trust their leadership, a city where doesn't care about them, a city where they maybe suffer mental health, illness, and no one cares about it. But then the Lord tells them, seek peace in that same very city and prosper in that city. Manze anawaambia wa prosper mali hawataki. Have you ever gone to an event that you're not invited? Actually, upate kuna theme color ya green. Green. Wewe na red flag zako ndo huyo. Imagine being in such a place. But the Lord tells you, man, this is the place. Because if this place prospers, you will prosper. Nothing happens in coincidence. You are not born in that family, bad luck. God knew why you were born in that particular family. God knew why you were born by your father and your mother, those particular parents, in that particular village, in that ethnic group, under those conditions. God knew why. And the Lord is telling you, this is the place where you will prosper, whether you like it or not. Let's continue. What inspired this message from the Lord? First thing, false prophets were giving false hopes. Nikietaja false prophets wa Kenya tumeeleana, si ndio? At the time, there were prophets telling people, do not settle here. God will take you back very soon. Eh? Kenya is not your destination. Wewe ni mtu wa majuu. Wewe mbona? Wewe bwana, ni Europe. Mnaenda Singapore, si ndio? Tulianza na Canaan, safari ya Canaan kidogo tricky. Light ikazimia kwa barabara, tukarudi. Now we are going to Singapore. Sindio? Singapore. You know all of them. And these prophets, just like our prophets in Kenya, false prophets, they said, do not settle here. Tunaenda Singapore. God is taking us to Singapore. But through Jeremiah, God gives a different message. And this is what I want us to hear today as the young people. This message is, this exile will last for 70 years. The message from the Lord. Jeremiah 29:10. God akozile, umefikiri umeteseka? kunyweni maji kidogo. 70 years. Then you are not living immediately. Hello? Passport. Yes, Singapore tricks. You must learn how to live faithfully within your situations. You must learn how to live faithfully in this beautiful land and nation, Kenya. The Lord is saying we are going nowhere. If the city prospers, we will prosper with the city. If the city does not prosper, ata sisi, done. We are not. Message number 2, why the question that we asked, what inspired the message? Number 2, God's instructions were unexpected. Wasiokuwa unexpect hiyo. Instead of telling them to resist, withdraw, or complain, God tells them these things. Build houses, plant gardens, marry and raise families, increase in number. And then comes the surprising instruction from this. Seek the peace and prosperity of the city. Pray to the Lord for it. The Lord doesn't tell them go away. The Lord doesn't tell them resist, withdraw from your country. The Lord is telling them build houses in Kenya. Alright? Build businesses, plant gardens, marry, raise families, young people marry, raise families, increase in number if you can. And why is this verse very powerful and contextual for us today? Because it goes against human instincts. Instincts zako sahizi zinakwambia Kenya is not safe. Right or wrong? Right. Your instincts are telling you to look for opportunities elsewhere. Right or right? Right. Yes. Let me break it down. The Jews were in Babylon, not Jerusalem. Babylon is exile, Jerusalem is Singapore. Babylon was not their home. Right? It was a place of captivity. And I want us to look at it in terms of situations. The situation that we are living now, our current reality is not our home. We are in Babylon. This is a situation of captivity. Babylon represented oppression. It was the very system that displaced them, the very system that messed up with their future. Like the policies that we see our political class signing. Wanatusainia death sentence ya future too. Oppression in that system. It was, yet God says to them, seek its peace. Seek peace in Babylon. Seek peace in your captivity. Seek peace in your current situation. It might be very personal. You might be hurting. You might be confused. You might be disoriented. You might feel lost in your thoughts, lost in your personality. But then the Lord is telling you, seek peace in that situation that you are in. What does seek peace means? The word peace is shalom. Shalom is not just peace. It means wholeness. It means well-being. It means flourishing. It means stability. It means justice. And this is what the Lord is telling us. Let us seek peace in this very land, Babylon. When the land prospers, we will prosper. Let us seek wholeness. Let us seek well-being. Let us seek flourishing. seek stability, and seek just justice.